Dave, what's your topic, buddy?
Low altitude pyrotechnics.
Now, is that actually what it is, or are we going to turn out to discover it's wrong?
I can't tell you that that's what it's actually called. That's what I called it. But when we were at the most American sport I'd ever seen, hockey, on New Year's Eve, they advertised that they were going to have fireworks over the ice or on the ice. And I got real nervous when we first sat down because they got projectors in the ceiling and they were like the team names and the jazz, they were displaying, and there was fireworks. I'm like, well, God dang, there's the fireworks on the ice. They're just going to project them. Because this is a closed facility. Like it's a facility with a roof.
Correct.
Yeah,
okay.
or ice hockey.
But they sure as shit, they started pushing out all the boxes and everything. And they had some flamethrowers now, which I expected, like some flamethrowers that was going along with the music. But they sure as shit had real life fireworks. And they went 12 feet in the air. And, and it was just real short ones. Low altitude.
Yeah.
Under the radar.
Yeah.
And I've always been pretty impressed with how them crazy SOBs can mix together a bunch of gunpowder in different colors and make a smiley face in the sky, or
Yeah.
a peace sign.
Mhm.
Like, that's impressive. But being able to control the altitude was something that I never considered. And I mean, it makes sense. It's just how much powder you put in to launch it.
Bingo.
But I feel like there's probably a fair amount of practice that goes into timing something with such a small amount of charge in there just to hit 10, 12 feet off the ground and, pop its wad there, if you will. But it was pretty impressive. Pretty big show, but short.
How long did it last?
15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
How smoky was it on the inside?
Not at
Bear.
all.
Bullshit.
I was drunk. Might have been smoky.
How smoky was it? Well, they're out there flirting.
Justine.
They're flirting. How smoky was it in the place when we were done? Bad.
Smoky, apparently.
Real bad. No.
You were
Hey.
completely...
You know how you went? Remember when did you go to the circus?
No.
You guys never went to the circus when you were kids?
No, sir.
All right. So we went to the circus a lot when we were kids. And when the house lights would come up after like the whole death ball
Uh-huh.
with the motorcycles and
Yeah.
like all the shit that they had going on, it was smokier than hell in there. This one, all the smoke had permeated out of the main
You know
arena
what? Now that you're
up
saying
into
it,
the concourses.
and I
and
think
you
they
can cut it
also
with a
had a
knife.
fog machine
They did. That
on
just
the ice.
they had a fog machine on the ice to try to mask all the
Ice.
boxes
Gear.
and shit on the
Yeah.
ice, and then they also shot lasers from the top, so the smoke was catching the
I'm telling
lasers
you,
and
it
stuff
was-
like that. It was very neat. Like I
liked
was definitely surprised because the first thing I heard too, like just Brado's initial reaction when we said fireworks on the ice inside the Ford Center. Everybody's like, "What?
That's
How
what
the
I
hell
thought.
does that work?" So these flamethrowers, I was most impressed by those.
Put off a lot of heat.
Yes, like we were sitting on the observation deck, like at the top of the concourse.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't all the way. There was seats above us.
Yeah, but we were on the
Yeah.
concourse level. So we had to walk down like 2 flights to get to the
Concourse grapes.
to the ice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're up there on one of those handicap access areas.
Yeah.
It's called a party deck.
Yeah, and that's what they, at a concert it's called the handicap area. At a hockey game it's called a party deck.
Well, there you go.
And the only reason I know that is because my parents that's where they usually sit at the concerts they go to because they always get the handicap stuff.
Party seats.
Because the Ford Center seats suck ass. Like the normal seats in the Ford Center.
Not for hockey.
They blow. Like the high back chairs.
Yeah.
They suck. But we were sitting in like normal folding chairs with real cushy asses, and they were nice. Pads, real paddy.
Cup
nice
holders.
Cup holders in the front. It was a good deal.
Cool.
The damn flames, how they would shoot up out of these nozzles
And over.
and then
All direction.
cut off, and then it was just like a
Fireball.
big, like literally like if you were playing Super Mario
Mm-hmm.
and you jumped on
When
the
Yoshi-
flower, and you were shooting these fireballs. It was just a perfect in
Orb.
of fire.
Flames.
How it would just cut off, and I was most impressed about how it would throw that fireball out, and then there was no tail that come back or nothing. Just You know what I mean? That was really cool. I thought that was.
You got to have a pretty good professional operation to do that because there is permitting that they had to get.
And that's what I'm saying. I feel like to be able to pull that off, and the fireworks, I should say, like any one firework, if you were in a room and you saw that one, okay, it's not that impressive. But to have everything going on and ticking and tying in that much explosive matter in such a small area, and it all just go off without a hitch, I thought was pretty cool.
Well, they had it. It was all like electronically detonated. Like they had different, control boxes and modules everywhere. A lot of lights, little like LED monitor lights and shit. It was obviously choreographed.
Yeah, and I think
it was neat. It was definitely neat.
Our friends that did the Neighbors fireworks last year.
Shout out to Cole Meyer with Meyer's Fireworks. It's similar thing.
Maybe we should have him on the show to talk us through the pyrotechnic side of things.
He's kind of a dweeb. He'd probably fit right in.
Yeah, I could get down on a conversation.
Hopefully,
it was pretty awesome.
Hopefully he'll listen to that.
But I've never seen low altitude, and that's what I'm going to call it. I don't know what it's.
So have you never been to I guess there's probably not very many pyrotechnics at a country music concert, huh?
A bit of Jelly Roll, but it's lots of flamethrowers, but there's not fireworks. There's not like,
I have been, so probably one of the gnarliest ones I've ever been to was the Music is a Weapon tour with like Disturbed and Stone Sour.
Lots of fireworks?
The frickin' pyro show that Disturbed had.
Fireworks or flamethrowers?
Both.
Okay.
Like Rammstein looking shit. So it was like sparks, big spark fountains.
Yeah.
And then giant flame
to me, that's
balls.
Not fireworks.
And we were on the inside of the Pepsi Coliseum. So we were indoors for that too.
But now the Kid Rock
where you're talking about
fireworks,
Dave, that was just like cold sparks, like Casey said.
No,
Did you say that?
I think there was some.
They were flashbangs. Like those were just flashbangs.
Oh, there was some daggone tales with report there.
Well, you watch any good classic WWE.
I think you were pretty tuned in.
I was super tuned in.
Yeah, there was no tales with reports. Like it was just like sparkler fountains, and then they would go off. Huh? Yeah.
Fireworks.
I don't. Okay. Okay, you're right.
That's how they work.
Yeah, you're having a rough show, aren't you?
You're right. You're right. Yeah, there was totally fireworks.
I was just super impressed with how they couldn't have been over 15 feet.
No, you're right. They probably weren't that. Yeah, they were probably right in that 15 to 20
now,
range.
Kid Rock had lots of this spark showers and flames. Mm-hmm. Best concert I've ever been to. I mean, I hooted and hollered like a little buckle bunny. Like, woo! Kid Rock. It was awesome.
I can only imagine if you yelled at the.
But I
hockey
think there was
that
was at. I was tuned in, man. Like that was the best sporting event I'd ever been to.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I always thought maybe I'd get into UFC, but I bet I'd sweat a lot with all those people. It's a nice, calm, 59 degrees, kind of clammy.
Is that what was it 59?
I don't know, but my beer I'd let sit there because I'd go buy more. Warden was getting a little upset. I'd go take a piss and come back with 2 more pounders. So I had a pretty good collection of them going, and I never remembered one being like, oh, this one's warm.
Yeah, the ambient temperature is not as warm as what it would be for another event.
Yeah, I like it a lot. That's probably the main selling point to me.
Yeah, there's a chill in the air.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, there's a chill in the air for sure.
But anyway, mainly it was about the low altitude fireworks.
Well, good. I'm glad it was a good experience.
Yeah, we need to go as a group.
Yeah.
We got, I think we had 36 people with us there at that one.
It's a big group.
Yeah, the guy said, how many people you got coming? We're like 36. He's like, whoof. Put it on the Jumbotron. They thanked all the groups that came. It said, welcome, Smoker Group.
Oh.
Across the Jumbotron.
I bet there was probably a lot of people wondering, like,
where the Grateful Dead was.
Yeah, group of smokers.
Yeah, it was a pretty good time.
Yeah, that's good.